I'm Alex Cortezzo, Chief with the Plainfield Township Volunteer Fire Company. We're located in northern Northampton County, which is in eastern Pennsylvania. Truck committee spec'd out an SPH 100 from Sutphen to serve our township. It's approximately 5,000 residents and 25 square miles. Start here in the driver's side door for the operator. Spend some time setting up the switches and the configuration for the compartment, ground lights, PTO, tire change, differential locks. We went with the X16 Cummins, which is a larger engine, and the 4500 Allison transmission. We have some hills in our township. We border the Appalachian Trail and the Blue Mountain, so we do have some hills to get over in eastern Pennsylvania. Nothing too crazy. As we move on back, we have our firefighter compartment here with some EMS cabinets. We do QRS in the township, so we wanted space to store EMS equipment and general firefighting tools. In the back of the cab, we also have our compartments here. We went with suicide doors to open up away from the main cab of the door. That way firefighters wouldn't nick up the doors as they were coming out, and they could grab. Planning on putting foam cans in there as well as our New York hooks. Moving on back to truck, we have our front compartment. Now Sutphen offered us two different options. We could either go with the manual controls. We went with electronic controls. That offered it for us to put the controls in one point and opened up some more compartment space on the truck. We have a Hale 2,000 gallon a minute pump, 300 gallons of water, electronic valves and manual valves. It's the way we were able to lay it out to maximize the space of the pump panel with our 2.5 inch cross lay and 2 1 3/4 cross lays. Coming on back, we have engineer's compartment where we're going to be putting pump fittings and different appliances. Skipping on back to the third compartment, there's lots of compartment space on the truck. We plan on putting our vent saws in. We went with a door that's up on the top of this truck, which is a little bit different than normal, so we can climb up to the bucket and step on out and grab the saws from up top versus carrying them up. We also have, on the way up to the aerial itself, we added some compartments inside the steps. That was some blanked out space that we were able to take advantage of. Compartments, as we're moving back, we have our little giant ladder stowed next to the walkway. We're also planning on putting high-rise packs in here. And then finishing up on the driver's side of the truck, in the final compartment, we're going to be putting ventilation fans and toolboxes and whatnot. Starting in the back of the truck, we have the parapet ladder that Sutphen offers built into their bucket. We also have our LDH hose tray that's going to carry 1,000 foot of 5 inch LDH. Next to that, we have our ladder complement. The truck committee spec'd out a ladder truck with ladders. So 14 foot combination, 2 fly 28 foot, 2 16 foot roof ladders, and a 35 foot 2 fly ladder stored in the compartment. Goes along with our 2 16 foot roof ladders up on the upper deck, and then up in the aerial itself, 18 foot roof ladder and a 20 foot roof ladder, along with our folding attic ladders as well. So we wanted to have a good complement of ladders on the truck. Moving on to the passenger side, compartment space is a big thing on the truck. Plan on having our rigging equipment, rope rescue equipment, along with some cribbing. That's what these compartments are made for. There's no shelves in them yet, but once we get up to Sutphen East, when it comes back to the eastern part of Pennsylvania, we're going to be finishing it out with a lot of different shelving and equipment mounting. We are a big vehicle rescue company in eastern Pennsylvania. That's why we put in the FMI Susan. Plan to have our Hamatro hydraulic tools mounted inside here along with our junkyard dog struts. Big deep compartments. Mount our electronic Milwaukee sawzalls, drills, etc. Our hand tools, our Halligans, pike poles, axes. Tried to spec it out as best as we could going through. Coming up to the front, we have our pump panel on the passenger side, the officer side. We also went with something a little bit different here for the officer getting out in case we had a issue of setting up the jacks. We put officer side jacks controls. And Sutphen is very good setting up from one place, but we wanted the option if we needed to. To go along with that, we also have a generator on board. So we have our electronic cord reel hidden away. And final compartment here on the officer side where we're going to be storing all of our extra pony hoses and various pump accessories. And then we also have a box mounted to the back where we're going to be placing our arson trash hooks. Moving up to the front of the cab, again we have the rear cab compartment. Very similar to the driver's side, so we can mount our irons to the inside, along with our New York hooks and foam cans. In the officer's seat of the truck, we put a lot of controls, so the officer can control the emergency lights and the scene lights as well. Have our mounting for our MDT. Our radio mounting will be going up in the center of the cab. As we come around to the front of the truck, we have a 2.5-inch discharge and a hose tray capable of 150 foot of 1 3/4. This truck was set up by the truck committee at Plainfield Township. They did a wonderful job, as well as the Board of Supervisors, in supporting us for our residents of the township. Darryl Ryan from Signal One, he put in a tremendous amount of time and helped us out throughout the whole process. It was a very constructive coming together of everything to make this truck happen. So we are grateful for everything that Sutphen has done for us and everything Signal One has done for us along the way. And I'd like to say thank you for watching.